Lord Vader.
What is it, Admiral?
The Emperor has requested your presence in his remote chambers at once. Shall I inform him that you'll be there?
I'll be there at once.
Yes, of course, my lord.
Yes, my master. Hey there, DV. How you holding up out there? Yeah. The Star Destroyer, cruising galactic speed. I don't know, light speed, maybe. You know. I just checking in. I was curious how you're doing. You know. The Death Star will be completed on schedule. Well, yeah, I mean, and hey, that's terrific. I appreciate it. It's a magnificent accomplishment, really. It's a colossal undertaking, really. I mean, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed that you've amassed the resources, the manpower, all the contractors and subcontractors. Surely there must be. God, Christ, I can't even imagine how many. Tens, hundreds of thousands to make something of that magnitude? Yes. Yeah. But, and that's terrific. It's just, So how are you doing? As I mean, I understand, things might have, not quite have turned out exactly as you might have alluded to prior to taking on your new position as Dark Lord of the Sith, protege to the other, cosmic abomination here, or something, and I understand you're probably still grieving the loss of your wife, Padme. That name no longer has any meaning to me. Right, I understand, sir. But okay, I guess you're still processing that. That's probably going to take a while. I'm surprised. I have to explain a thing or two, and I imagine the suit isn't ideal either. I imagine missing the majority of your body, I think, is probably cumbersome. Probably doesn't feel great. Yeah. I assume some more, probably some more planning could have gone into the suit, and does it always make that sound? I mean, is that all the time? Do you hear that, or is it just everybody else that hears that all the time? I mean, do you hear that? Does it have a silencer, a mute function? It's all the time. All the time. Yes. Jesus, that's gotta be, it's something. Yes, I imagine it's definitely something. Sorry you have to deal with that. Jeez, but imagine that makes it difficult to sleep. Yes, yeah, I can imagine it does. And the reason I called you in here today, DV, is that I couldn't help but overhear some rumors, from some of the officers and the troops, and whispers of things about that. In the pursuit of your former master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you I don't know. Anakin, I wasn't there. That name no longer has any meaning to me. No. I'm not going to call you what you want to be called. We'll just go back to DV. That's fine. I understand that I'm... come to think about it, I think I'm the one who gave you this moniker to begin. I'm just not going to call you that. I mean, come on. If you and I can't level with one another about all this, I mean, what are we doing at the end of the day? That's just... I mean, we're not doing anything good, Anakin. This is terrible. I mean, this is what we've done is, I mean, a truly abysmal thing. Machiavellianism on a whole new level, on a galactic scale. It's really something. I don't know. I wonder if you ever have second thoughts about these things. I have brought peace and order to the new empire. Right. Okay. So, I guess that's so much for the leveling with one another. But so anyway, Anakin, back to the rumors that I was hearing. I heard that, and I think it is, if we're going to continue this ruse, it is at least, it's important to uphold some degree of public relations and PR. And I heard in the pursuit of your former master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, were taunting him by murdering children and passersby and residents of a town that he was presumably holed up in, and yes. So you did do that. Yes. Yeah, so, again, DV, it's a public relations thing. The Empire, we kind of have this whole aesthetic to begin with. It's, it's kind of one of those things where you kind of can judge a book by its cover, and I don't want to be too on the nose, but it's just, if we could do without the wholesale slaughter of innocent civilians, especially to taunt former masters or former friends, companions, whatever the case may be, I think I would appreciate it if you could find an alternative means to torment, your targets. I don't want to fuck with your operation or anything. I want to kind of leave you to do your thing. It's just it's an image thing. You understand? I mean, if we're going to continue the ruse, we're not going to level with one another. We're not going to level with one another. I mean, I gotta wonder, was the wholesale slaughter of civilians really necessary in accomplishing your task? Yes. So you think it was? Yes. I guess, DV, what I'm getting down to is if you could avoid doing that sort of thing out in public, or at least make sure there's not, I mean, for fuck's sake, if you're going to behave like a homicidal maniac, at least do it in private, for crying out loud. It's one thing if you're, hunting down, rebel insurgents, in some very dramatic hallway scene, as if it's some kind of slasher flick, now that's the kind of image that we're going for the Empire, right there, my friend. Now that we can give it the seal of approval, and give it the cosmic abomination seal of approval, and that's fine. It's just begin the slaughtering of innocent civilians. If you could tone that down, I'd appreciate it. It's less paperwork. I just don't feel like that. I really don't want to deal with it. I'm surprised I need to explain this to you, frankly, but anyway, so. Anyway, if you could just mull this over and think about it, and apart from that, I guess we could just stick a pin in this for now. The rest of it, I had some other things I wanted to discuss with you, but I guess we could we'll nip it in the bud for now, and we'll talk later. All right. All right. So we'll talk later. We'll talk later. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. All right. And you know, I think we could probably do without the theme music, Evie. Again, it's just you and me. You know, we don't need to do the theme music. I mean, it is very theatrical and all this. Just, fuck it. You know, why not? Just go ahead and just go ahead. Go ahead. Keep it up, Pitch. I don't want to interrupt your performance and all this. And DV, one more thing. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time. And there he goes. Probably off to continue with the wholesale slaughter of civilians, residents, pedestrians, even. I don't know. This fucking guy. I don't know. It's fine. Hey. It's very unfortunate. It's very sad. Very sad state of affairs here. And you know, I don't know if I mentioned this before, you know, DV, but I can't help but feel some sense of responsibility for this current predicament of yours, and so. And I'm not even sure if you can hear me right now in this state, this very unfortunate state. And, but you could be sleeping. Although I think I remember you mentioning something about this interfering, the sound, the heavy breathing interfering with your sleep. Yes. Ah, so you're not sleeping. No. Yeah. So again, you know, sorry.